What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Anthony with VR365. What is up? It is another show. We are now up to episode 38. Today is Friday. It is December 14th. We are a little bit after noon. And you know what's going on, folks? I don't know what's going on here, but in my chat the last 2 days, I've been having this weird YouTube learn more thing. Has anybody noticed that in the chat window? I'm noticing it and it kind of irritates me. I wonder if I have to do something special to get rid of that. Oh, you know what is hilarious here is Jay Pace says, wait a minute, he's using his Oculus Rift to play Borderlands. Yeah, I know. So what happened there, folks, is basically what happened here is I was trying to put together a thumbnail image for today's show. And at first I was looking for an image of Slightly Heroes by Hat Rabbit Entertainment, which I did play a little bit of Slightly Heroes. So I will be talking about that a little bit later. And I was basically going to use a background for Slightly Heroes and then have my action pose, man. My action pose, bruh. You know, kind of like this with controllers in hand, like, whoa. You know, I was going to kind of do that with a Slightly Heroes background. Couldn't find a Slightly Heroes background that really worked out the right way, so switched over to a Borderlands background and then didn't have time to grab me playing PSVR. I do actually have a little cutout image of myself playing PSVR, but I'm sitting in a chair and I look like I'm a big fat guy. I'm not a big fat guy. I mean, I'm not that fat. I might be a little bit fat, but not that fat. But it makes me look like a fat guy just because I'm sitting in a chair and the way the picture was taken. So I didn't want to use that picture. So I used my Oculus Rift picture. And yes, I'm playing Borderlands 2 on my Oculus Rift. So yeah, the thumbnail is a lie, ladies and gentlemen. The cake is a lie. The thumbnail is a lie. So what are we going to get into on today's show, on today's Friday episode? And I got to tell you, I have got nada prepared. Nathan, you know your good friend Nathan down the street? I have Nathan prepared for this show. I don't have anything situated, but I did play some Borderlands 2. I sure as hell did. I did play some Slightly Heroes, so we can absolutely talk about that to be sure. And why don't we just go ahead and get into that? Now, ideally speaking, I would have grabbed some nice Borderlands 2 footage where somebody is doing a Let's Play and they've played Borderlands 2 for like 20 minutes and it kind of goes through the opening of Borderlands 2. Yes, shit show has been confirmed. That is, I'm a dreamer. Shit show absolutely has been verified. And had I had time today, I gave myself an extra hour and I'm still not prepared. I needed like an extra 2 hours. This show actually should have began at 2 p.m. You know, this should be like a 2 p.m. show. Then maybe I'd finally be prepared for it. So what I'm going to have to do then is just grab a Borderlands trailer. And I apologize for this because it's going to play on an endless loop forever. And it's not very fun to do that. But, oh, it is what it is. All right, so I just got into Borderlands 2. What are my thoughts? In fact, my hair might be a bit messed up and stuff. Might look like I was just sleeping a little bit and just woke up out of the blue, but I was in my PlayStation VR using my brand new PlayStation VR version 2. Yes, I am using the new PlayStation VR. And I bring that up for specific reasons here because you know what I found out, guys? So I was downloading Borderlands 2 VR this morning, getting the entire thing downloaded, and then hopefully get into it, play it for an hour or so, give you guys my take on it. And you know what happened is when I finally sat down and had some time to play, well, not sat down, but I finally got over to my PSVR setup to actually play the game, what I came to realize is my brand new Move controllers didn't have battery juice. They weren't charged up. They weren't ready to go. So I actually did not use Move controllers for playing Borderlands 2 VR because my other Move controllers got moved somewhere else, and bottom line, I didn't have time to deal with it, right? So I played Borderlands 2 VR with my DualShock 4 controller. Also, this is my very first attempt at getting into Borderlands. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know exactly how the game controls. I don't know all the options and everything. This is just me jumping into Borderlands 2 VR and just getting a general feel for the game and kind of my initial impressions on what I've experienced so far. So understand all of that, please. Now, having said all of that, getting into this game and playing it for, I don't know, about 45 minutes or however long I was in there, I gotta tell you that I really believe that Ben Lang needs to back away from the blunt wrap. He really needs to back away from the blunt stick. No, but basically, seriously here, I don't think the visuals are as bad as Ben Lang was making it out to be. Road to VR's Ben Lang, we talked about it yesterday. There were a number of reviews for Borderlands 2 that started to leak out yesterday, and the reviews have not been like 9s out of 10s or 10s out of 10s or even 8 out of 10s. The reviews seem to be coming in a little bit lower than you might have liked for such a big game like Borderlands 2 VR. For example, UploadVR gave this game a 7 out of 10, and they said that most of the problems had to do with the fact that the controls were very, very convoluted, and then also there was a lot of basically pancake jank. And what is pancake jank? Pancake Jank is a game that was designed to be a 2D game. It was never designed to be VR, and the developer that has brought it over to VR has done minimal reworking of the game, so it has a lot of that pancake jank. There's a lot of things that are not set up really for VR, like menus and stuff that pop up. A little bit irritating with some of that stuff, but that's really the only real problems they had with it over there at UploadVR. Of course, then we got the Road to VR review, which was like 5.9, and it was like, damn, Ben Lang really hammered on the game and basically kind of said, look, you could go ahead and grab regular Borderlands 2, which you could probably get for like $10 if you just wanted the PlayStation 4 version, regular standard old version of Borderlands 2. You can grab that. You can put it in your PlayStation VR. I mean, you can put it in your PlayStation and you can basically activate your theater mode, and you could play that in the theater mode, and it's not much of a difference. That's kind of what Ben Lang was insinuating in his review in not so many words. And after reading that, I was like, damn, this is going to be really bad. And so I was really prepared. VR Focus gave it a perfect score today. Shocker of shockers. Yeah, real shocker there. Although VR_gamers is saying absolutely Ben Lang should retire as a reviewer. I don't know about that. Okay, so maybe Ben Lang isn't like hardcore gamer, brah. You know, maybe he isn't hardcore gamer, brah. But I feel like he kind of knows what's going on. At least I thought he kind of knew what was going on. But I got into the game, and I got to tell you, the visuals are not as terrible as I was expecting. I was expecting this to be Drive Club VR. I was expecting it to be pixelated as hell. I was expecting to be swimming in Vaseline. I was expecting the entire screen to be smeared with Vaseline. Everything's kind of blurry and pixelated, and it just kind of has that low-resolution PSVR look. Well, quite honestly, I didn't see that too much. Now, is there a little bit of Vaseline going on? Yeah, there is. Is there a little bit of pixelation going on? Yeah. Is there a little bit of a reduction in the overall beauty of the game? Has it been scaled back a wee bit? Yeah, it has, but not to the degree that I was expecting after reading that Road to VR review. So maybe it's all about your expectations, guys. If you go into a game with lowered expectations, you're probably going to be in a better situation than if you go into a game expecting everything to be there absolutely perfectly. You come away disappointed. So maybe I'm just simply the benefit of having reduced expectations because of that Road to VR review. And so I get in here and I'm like, it doesn't look that bad. It looks okay. Now, did I have some weird little issues with the game? I did. One of the weird issues that I had is, okay, so there's 4 different characters, right? I choose the main guy, which was just the Marine dude, okay? Just your standard, like, soldier man, you know, just your standard soldier guy is the guy I chose, the very first guy. I forget what his name is, Axel or something like that, right? So I chose that dude, and one of the downsides is when I was in Borderlands 2 VR, when I was playing it, I felt like I was about 8 foot tall. I don't know what the deal was with that, but I felt like I was 8 feet tall, and I was going through like some of these little villages and some of the little towns and stuff, and I was fighting like some different little bandit guys, and some of them looked like they were little kids running around, and I felt like I was 8 foot tall. So that was a little bit weird. Not sure what that was. Maybe I needed to recenter my view or something, and I didn't, but I felt a bit too tall. I'm trying to think of some other things that I could talk about here in terms of some of the other little things that irritated me. You know, as far as like the menus popping up, and the menus being basically two-dimensional, and you do have a lot of menus that are kind of locked, you know, so like for example, you know that chick where it's kind of like video footage and her hair is blowing in the wind and she's like, yes, this is Pandora, you're on Pandora, just follow the little robot, you know, that video, right? That video is kind of like stapled, like right, like it seems like it's about maybe 15 inches too close. Like it feels like it's right here and it feels like it should be back a wee bit. That was a little bit irritating maybe. At first I had my guns. So I had 2 different guns that I was cycling through using the triangle button. But I also picked up like some bigger type of shotgun thing, but I don't know how to I didn't figure out how to activate my shotgun. I guess you have to go and select it in some kind of menu, and I couldn't figure out how to get into the menu. So the bottom line, guys, is really take everything that I'm going to say about this game with an extreme, very large grain of salt, okay? A very large grain of sea salt, all right? Take it with that, because honestly, I have scratched the blank with this game. I mean, I honestly haven't even scratched it. I've tickled it. And what I will say, though, is I'll probably try to do a little Let's Play of this game. I have been starting to try to do some Let's Plays, and I want to add a lot of Let's Plays to this channel on a regular basis. So one of my plans right now in terms of content for VR 365, one of my plans for content in regards to this channel is I want to deliver this show every single day. Yeah, that's right. 365 days a year, minus about 12 days here or there. But my hope is to bring this show every single day, right? But I also want to add some Let's Play content. And I have uploaded my very first Let's Play. It's Astrobot. Now, right now, the Let's Plays are very much experimental and they're kind of jank-tacular. I'm not using good footage so far. Like I did a PlayStation VR Let's Play with Astrobot, recorded it on PlayStation 4. Not very good footage. I'll be doing the same thing with Borderlands 2 VR. I plan on getting an Elgato HD 60 Pro card. I will be doing capture of PS4, of PSVR, where it will look better. It won't look as kind of ghetto spectacular as it is right now, but that may be like a week or so away. So go ahead and patience for that. But yeah, we'll be doing some of that stuff. So I plan on adding that. So I'll do a little Let's Play of this Borderlands 2 VR, and then maybe give you guys a little bit more of some insight into my feelings on Borderlands 2 VR as I kind of go through it and struggle with it. And I'll probably have the move controllers when I'm doing it. And so, you know, we'll see what happens as far as that goes. But the bottom line I'll say here right now is this is not a terrible game. This is not a disaster by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, it does cost $50, which is pricey as hell. And based on what I played so far, I'm not sure that I would recommend people just like run out there and grab this game right away. Unless you're, you know, it's hard though, because if you're a true Borderlands fan, you've already played through this game. I think honestly, this game has more value to somebody that played Borderlands 1, really liked Borderlands 1, but for some reason, they missed the boat on Borderlands 2. And that's kind of who I am. So it's actually kind of perfect for me. I don't think the graphics are that awful. I think it's pretty decent here, pretty solid. The controls are an issue, and they're going to continue to be an issue, and I'm going to have to bounce back and forth from the DualShock 4 to the Move controllers. It's going to be interesting because Gary and Steve, and I don't know if Chris is going to get his hands on this game prior to our next show, but I got to imagine that Gary and Steve, we're all going to be talking about Borderlands 2 on the next episode of VR Roundtable. So it'll be interesting to see what everybody else's take is on that. So let me go ahead and bounce back over here to chat. Let's kind of scratch his ass with the Move controllers. That's crunchy. That is funny. Okay, yeah, I'm going to back up a bit here in chat and see what folks are talking about. I've been yapping quite a bit here. And so Ben Lang gave Daracine, or whatever the hell it's pronounced, Ben Lang gave that a 3. Yeah, you know, on these reviewers with UploadVR and Road to VR, I do wonder at times, are they actual gamers? Like, are the people at UploadVR actual gamers? Is Ben Lang an actual gamer? Or are they more like tech people and like just like they're into tech and they're into VR and they're into like hardware and stuff, but maybe they're not a gamer. I don't know. That is something to maybe consider here. Chris Cox says, most of the issues seem to be controller related. When it's on PC with the touch controllers, it will be great. Airman929565 says, bro, Steam reviews for Blade and Sorcery are 409. Very positive. Figure that one out. Yeah, it is an incredible guerrilla marketing campaign that Warp Frog, oh my God, they are breaking barriers in guerrilla marketing. Okay, so obviously it's not all guerrilla marketing. There are people that legitimately like Blade and Sorcery, and I feel like part of it is going to be a honeymoon period. I feel like some of these people, it's that initial honeymoon. They haven't seen physics like that before. They're going to get really into it and really hyped. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and switch up this trailer, though, because I've kind of gotten off Borderlands a little bit. I mean, we're definitely going to be going through some of these comments and stuff, but let me go ahead and switch this trailer up, just throw something else on. Anamorphine, talk about a game that came and freaking went, and it really wasn't much of nothing. But I'll throw this little Anamorphine trailer on in the background because I know we haven't seen this on our show as far as I can remember, but it happens to be in my folder, so I'll go ahead and throw it up there. But going back, we're talking a little bit about Blade and Sorcery now. So Kevgret says, everyone piled on his review and loved taking pleasure that it was negative, but no one else gave it that bad of a review. Are we talking about Ben Lang there? Maybe we're talking about Ben Lang. I Am Rhett says, you were expecting this because of Ben Lang? What would you think, Anthony, if you hadn't read that review? You went in worst case scenario, so your expectations were really low. Easy to be pleased. Yeah, well, my expectations were clipped a little bit, but my expectations got clipped with UploadVR as well. 7 out of 10. Like 7, if you give something 7 out of 10, you're not really ranting and raving about it. You're basically saying it's pretty solid, it's pretty good, but it's got some issues as well. That's kind of what 7 out of 10 means. So honestly, seeing Upload 7 out of 10, it not being an 8 or a 9, I already kind of adjusted my opinion on that. Jay Pace says, Anthony, how did you like the locomotions in Borderlands? Did you experience any motion sickness? So I did play this with my DualShock 4, and I did not use the teleporting at all. In fact, I couldn't figure out how to use the teleporting. But you know, one of the things that happens in a lot of VR games is you're in a VR world. You're looking around at stuff. Claptrap is talking to you. You're looking at this little cabinet over here that you want to open. I do love opening up boxes and getting little tidbits of things. I love that. This kind of game is kind of made for me. I do have that OCD collectathon mentality way back from the early 90s, from Sonic the Hedgehog, Super Mario World, and all the classics. I grew up in the old school days of two-dimensional platformers where you're collecting everything under the sun. And you like collecting things, and you collect it, and it goes ding, 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 ding. As you start collecting these coins or rings or whatever it is, it's a pleasurable sensation. And Gearbox Software learned this very well. This is a staple of the Borderlands universe. There are so many little things to open and so many things to grab, and it is pleasurable. But basically the point that I was trying to get here, as I got sidetracked there, the point I was trying to get to is you'll be in a lot of these VR games. They will give you a very important tidbit on how to play the game, or how to use teleporting, or how to use you know, some special thing in the game, how to cycle your weapons or whatever. And if you're not paying attention right then at that time, you're kind of boned. And that is a problem in VR. That has affected me in a lot of games. Now, I guess I should get into the VR game and like really pay attention to the instructions, and I shouldn't be looking around at little shiny things in the environment. You know, Claptrap is way over there. He's talking to me. He's trying to explain to me how things are working, but I'm way over on the other end of the entire ice cave looking at nooks and crannies and exploring, because that's me. I explore stuff. You want to talk about Borderlands being 30 hours? It'll probably be 100 hours for me, because I explore every nook and cranny, and I want to find every little case that I can open it up and get some money out of it, some ammo or whatever. And you know what I hate? I hate it when like the ammo and my health, like my health is all filled, my ammo is all filled up, and it's like full. No, I want to take it. I want to take it. I want it to come to me. I want to take it. One of the problems I did notice, folks, and I know I'm all over the place right now. I am scattershot like a mofo, but let's go ahead and deal with it. But one of the things I did notice, one of the negatives in Borderlands, I actually got stuck in some geometry. I was like, we were in the ice area with Claptrap, very beginning part of the game. We kind of got through like a cave or something. We came out and we're almost getting to that first little city that's there, this tiny little city. And I got stuck on some geometry. I was like stuck on some kind of cliff or something, and I couldn't do anything to get off of this cliff. And so what I actually had to do, I actually had to pause my game. I had to basically pause the game, and I had to respawn myself. I basically killed myself and respawned at the last checkpoint. And so I did notice that, caught on geometry. I also saw some of the enemies when I got to that first little city, and I'm battling a lot of mercenaries, but then there's also some wild animals from the world of Pandora, some like ice, abominable snowmen, wolf, ice kind of creatures coming at me. Some of them got stuck on geometry as well, occasionally here and there, you know, just some minor jank, but jank is a factor. So I don't know where I am with my train of thought now, but basically what I'm saying is, going back to the locomotion, I believe that was the original question. Jay Pace talking about how I felt about the locomotion. I just did, you know, thumbstick locomotion. Just push your thumb. I'm playing it on the DualShock. Just push your thumbstick, move forward. It was all giznud in the hisnud. It worked out fine. I didn't have a problem. Now, one of the issues though, I'm playing with my DualShock, all right? And so it's basically like head targeting with your gun. So you look your head at the enemy, shoot, 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 shoot. Look your head at the enemy, shoot, 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 shoot. So it's head targeting. That's why I kind of want to get you know, I kind of want to play the games with my move controllers and actually target with my real gun, you know, move my gun around and target like that. So bottom line, just barely in here, guys. So I don't know. My take on this game, this could definitely be a roller coaster ride. 1 minute I could be praising the hell out of this game. Another minute I could be hating this game. It could be a roller coaster ride. So we will talk about Borderlands 2 VR probably over the next week or so. This is not going to be a one and done kind of discussion. So we'll definitely get into it more. So I wanted to back up a little bit in chat here and just see a few more comments that people are talking about here, if I missed anything good. Let's see, scrolling through here. The amount of content a game has and the VR implementation port job are different things. That is Jace. Yeah, the game has a good amount of content. It's got like 30 plus hours of content, which a lot more for me because I like to smell the flowers. But the VR implementation part of it is not necessarily as incredible as you might like it to be, but it's not a major problem either. Scion says, I bet most of those Blade and Sorcery reviews are done by people who have played less than 2 hours. And also, somebody else was mentioning, and I think this might have been on our Discord server, we were talking about this a little bit as well, and somebody mentioned that a lot of the reviews were people that have played Blade and Sorcery like 15 hours, 20 hours, but the game just came out. So I was thinking, wait a minute, these guys are guys that were in the beta. You got to understand, if you go to Discord and you jump in the Blade and Sorcery Discord server, it's been a party for the last several weeks here. A lot of people kind of kissing the dev's ass a little bit to try to get a key and get in there. And then everybody kind of praising everything. So it kind of turns into this group think. And then everybody's kind of like, yeah, we love Blade and Sorcery so much. We love it. We love it. And everybody just kind of follows along. I do believe there's a bit of a group think that is going on here. But there's way too many people that are too positive on this game for it just to be that. So part of the Blade and Sorcery situation, legitimate people that actually really like the game. There are those. They have to be. It can't all be guerrilla marketing. Otherwise, this is the most masterful stroke of guerrilla marketing we've ever seen in our entire lives. And I don't believe that either. So, you know, so maybe I'm just kind of on an island about Blade and Sorcery. Okay, moving down. Hussein X says, you're like me, Anthony. It took me a good 5 minutes before I decided to unchain myself in Wilson's heart. I was looking around and enjoying everything. Look, it's a legitimate problem that we have in VR gaming because in flat gaming, you're sitting on a couch or a chair, you're looking at a monitor, and it starts going through the tutorial and you're just looking at a monitor. So your vision's you're not looking everywhere around you, behind you, and all over the place. But in a VR game, you could be doing that. And I can't tell you how many times I miss critical instructions because I was paying attention to a butterfly flying over there. And we need some kind of standard almost, I think, in VR, some kind of control option to like replay tutorial, you know, some kind of replay tutorial. Did you miss the tutorial? Replay? I don't know. We need to figure that out because I believe that is a real issue in VR. I can't be the only person that deals with that in VR. And it happens to me a lot, to be honest. But yeah, we went over a lot of stuff there. That's my thoughts on Borderlands 2, my thoughts on Blade and Sorcery as well. And now what we can do is, why don't I grab a trailer for Slightly Heroes. I did get an opportunity to play some Slightly Heroes yesterday. Let me see if I can grab a Slightly Heroes trailer. I know I have one somewhere. Let me find it. Slightly Heroes. Damn it. I'm not seeing Slightly Heroes over here. Okay, it might be in one of my other folders. Uh-oh, I might not have this trailer. Or it could be in one of my other folders. Hold on a minute, folks. That's miscellaneous. Nope, it's not in that one. Let's take a look at my little temporary folder where I sometimes hold little video things. Slightly Heroes. Do I see thou? Damn, I do not have Slightly Heroes trailer. I must have deleted it. Ah, that sucks. Okay, well, I could go ahead and grab the Slightly Heroes trailer, or I could just put on a different trailer and talk about. Now, you know what? Actually, here's what we'll do. I will bounce over to the Webby browser window, this window here, and what I'll do is we'll just go to Steam, and I'll look up the Slightly Heroes page on Steam, and we'll just do it like that. Slightly Heroes. Okay, look for it. What the hell? Why is this not finding anything? Maybe because I didn't spell right? Maybe that's why? Okay. Slightly Heroes. Sorry, folks. This is what happens when I needed another hour to get prepared for this, and then I would have had all my videos and all that. Okay, so here is the Steam page for Slightly Heroes. Hat Rabbit Entertainment is the developer. This did come out on December 11th. There are 18 reviews. They are positive. The price for this game is $10, but it does have a special promotion that is going on until December 18th. You can grab it for $8. Now, should you grab this for $8? I don't know. I don't know. It's not bad. It's not terrible. In fact, some of it is actually really good. But here's what this game ultimately boils down to, and I don't know if a lot of people realize this from the very beginning. Like, when I was looking at the trailer and I was looking at screenshots and everything, and it says a casual multiplayer shooter for VR, for some reason, I kind of assumed that it was like 4 people. That it was like 4 people would be in a arena, and 4 people would be shooting at each other and trying to hide and dodge and do all of these things, and it's like 4 people in an arena. That's what I kind of thought it was. What it turns out to be is it's you and one other dude. And so it's you and one other dude. Now, that doesn't make it bad, but it's just you and one other dude, so you got to understand that. Now, in terms of the art style and the visual style, the aesthetic looks pretty good. It doesn't look too bad. It kind of is going with this Incredibles kind of an art style. It is very colorful. It is very vibrant. There are a number of different stages. I wonder if it tells you exactly how many stages there are. Let's see, battle solo or versus friends. Yeah, you could battle bots as well. Like, you could battle bots or you could battle against real people, but it's just one-on-one as far as I can tell here. Features, let's see, I'm going to click on this read more thing. Free movement, multiplayer action, experience real-time 1v1 battles against players from all over the world, unlock new powerful heroes and weapons that fit your playstyle, battle solo, climb to the top of the leaderboard. Okay, so the main thing I'm trying to find out here, I want to find out how many stages there are. I know I've seen like maybe 3 different stages. I know there's this farm stage here. I definitely played in this one. It's kind of like Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. It kind of looks like that stage there. This is like in the city. I played in this one. This is a pretty cool stage. This might be maybe the better looking stage of the few that I played in. That's the city stage. That's the city stage as well. Let me back up here because I know they got kind of like a pirate stage. This is where you kind of choose, you pick your different heroes, you unlock more heroes as time goes on, you unlock additional weapons as time goes on. And these are where you do the options and stuff. You can get in the options and change some of the options. I think I did have to go in there and change a few options. There may have been like some vignetting, or, you know, like where they put blackness around you, like when you're moving and stuff. I always turn all that crap off. Okay, here's the pirate level. There is a level that looks like this. It is very much a pirate looking level. And one of the things that you deal with as far as this game is there's little teleporting stations. There's these little green stations that are placed in different parts of the game. You might even see some little green circles if you look around here. And what you do is if you stand on one of those green circles and you don't move for about a second, zip, it will teleport you to a different part of the map. Then you will also see these lightning bolts that are placed around the level. You grab the lightning bolt and it'll give you a temporary superpower. Like it'll pump up your weapon, or it'll give you like this chicken launcher or whatever. It'll give you some kind of like different little weapon power, or maybe some type of shield or something like that. And then there's also health. There's these there's like a plus that kind of looks like a red cross, you know, from the Red Cross. It's a little health thing. You get that, you up your health. and you're basically just running around this level with one other dude, and you're trying to blast the shit out of them. And they'll beat you a couple of times, you'll beat them a couple of times, and basically the stages last for a certain amount of time, and then it's over. Now, is this something that anybody should run out and want to play this right away? You know, one of the cool things about this is it does work with, I believe, Gear VR, with Oculus Go, with a lot of different platforms. This might be even on like Daydream and stuff. So like when you're playing other people, they might be on a Gear VR. They might be on an Oculus Go. They might be on Daydream. They might be on Windows Mixed Reality or something like that. Oculus, Steam, you know, all the players are kind of, I believe it's cross-platform in that way. So you could be playing somebody from any platform. The beautiful thing about that is it opens up, there's a lot of people. So you're probably going to find a game. Even if you're getting on there like really late at night or really early in the morning, you're probably going to find a game. So that is good. I think it's a decent, solid game. You know, it's a decent, solid game. But, you know, I would say it's solid, but I wouldn't rant and rave about it at all. You know, it's $8. Do you really need this game? I don't know. I think it's okay. It's not bad. It's absolutely not bad. I had some fun playing it. It's pretty good. So that's my thought on Slightly Heroes. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out what people are saying here in chat. Let's see. Only 3, Anthony. Oh, wait. 2 people? That's a no-go for me. 3. Only 3, Anthony. You can play 3 at a time, because for me, when I played it was 1 versus 1, so I only saw 1 versus 1. JPay says, agreed, 1 versus 1 isn't the bee's knees. I was so close to hitting the button on Heroes. 1 versus 1, not happening. Yeah, 1 versus 1. And then I also wonder about the maps, you know, because the maps are pretty big. MainFan says most maps on other games are too big. Well, what I was going to say is the maps are kind of big, though, just for one person, because I was kind of searching. The city works out pretty well, but like that pirate ship map, like I was on way one other side of that pirate ship map, and I was kind of searching around for the other guy for quite some time to find him. But it's a solid game. Like it's a solid game. There's nothing really wrong with this game, and they're not charging a ton of money. It's $8. You know, I would much rather have it at $8 than the $10, but it's solid. You know, so I have no bad ill will towards Hat Rabbit Entertainment. And actually, you know what? Speaking of Hat Rabbit Entertainment, they gave me 3 additional codes for this game. And you know what I'm going to do, guys? I don't have those codes right now, but what I'm going to do is I am going to have those codes on tomorrow's episode. So I will randomly, actually I might have like Jim Hall or somebody else, somebody that's in chat, maybe I'll have somebody do this for me, because something is screwed up with my chat where if I try to type in chat as VR365, like watch, I'll try to type in chat right now. I'll say, hey, what's up, guys? It's kind of screwed up. Hey, what's up, guys? Okay. Oh, well, that looked okay. That looked okay. Does that look okay in your guys' chat? Let's see. It hasn't shown up on... Oh, see, yeah. See, it looked okay on here, but then look, when I typed it in there, it's all blacked out with white. So I got some kind of problem when I try to type in chat. It doesn't work right. So I need somebody else to help me. Maybe MainFan or somebody that will be available on, somebody that will definitely tune in to tomorrow's episode at noon. I can give you the 3 codes, and then every, like, after 15 minutes, you know, post 1 code in chat, another 15 minutes, post another code in chat, another 15 minutes, post the 3rd code. I have 3 codes to give away, so I guess I'll do that way tomorrow on tomorrow's show. So I'll figure that out somehow. They're saying it worked. Looks okay to me. Okay, but on my OBS, it's coming out like really ugly, but maybe it looks okay for you guys. Huh, weird. Okay. Well, we'll figure that out between now and tomorrow, so I will give away 3 codes for the game. But that is Slightly Heroes. Remarcus gave out 20 codes. Damn, well, I didn't get 20. I got 4 codes. The dev thought I already had the game, but I didn't have the game. So I used 1 code, put it in my VR Game Ranking Steam account so that I could play the game, and then I have 3 more codes to give away. So I will try to... Yeah, maybe it's got something to do with my display or something. Yeah, these are codes for Slightly Heroes, main fan. Yes, that's what they are. It's just text color, white on OBS. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Jim Hall, my producer, we were trying to figure out what was causing this, and we couldn't quite figure it out. But I'll take a look at the, when I see the video on YouTube later. If it comes out fine on the YouTube video, I don't care. I don't need to see it. As long as it comes out fine for you guys. I was just worried it wouldn't come out fine. But yeah, so why don't we go ahead now? Like I said, I didn't have anything prepared for this show, so we're just going to kind of wing it. It is absolutely a shiitake mushroom celebration. Let's bounce over to Road to VR. Let's go ahead and refresh this. We are in our web browser here, and let's see what is going on. Let's see what some of the news stories are. Okay, free capture app lets you scan 3D objects with a recent iPhone. My iPhone is kind of old. It is not very recent. AMD Radeon Relive takes streaming to the next level. AMD GPUs can stream Steam VR games to Vive Focus, Mirage Solo, and Oculus Go. Unfortunately, nobody wants a Radeon GPU. Now, I am on the red team, but that is the CPU, not the GPU. Dude, I'm not even going to lie here. NVIDIA has better GPUs, period. Deal with it. Just straight up deal with it. I am on the red team with my Ryzen 2700X. I got a red team motherboard for the whole Ryzen thing, but I am not going to get a Radeon GPU anytime in the near future. The bottom line is they're just not very good, okay? Maybe eventually AMD will make them good, but they ain't good right now. But you know, it's funny. There are diehard red team supporters that will swear by the fact that their Radeons are on an equal level with GeForce GPUs, and they're not. They're just not. So please stop it. Do not be myopic like that. That is true myopic belief system when you really believe that those Radeons are just as good as GeForces. They're not. Okay, an OLED breakthrough could lead to longer battery life for standalone VR. That's pretty sweet. Of course, this kind of information is not going to filter into our reality for probably another 5 years. So let's go ahead and move on. Best Rift games, you know, they continue to go through this. Now they're on day 5. I mean, I could click on this and kind of see what they're talking about here, but they're probably just cribbing off VR game. They're probably cribbing off our VR game rankings anyway, right? But maybe mixing up a few games here and there, putting them slightly out of order. I'm joking. I kid. Okay, Dirt Rally is at 25. Creed Rise to Glory at 24. Transpose. Man, these fools really love Transpose to be putting it way up at 23. I like Transpose. I'm a fan of Transpose. It is not a top 23 VR game on the Oculus Rift. Not in my opinion. I don't even know if it cracks the top 50. It might threaten to crack the top 50. I mean, I'm a fan of this game, but man, they're really a fan of this game. Wilson's Heart? Probably not. The Unspoken? Definitely not. Not in the top 25. Subnautica? Yeah, absolutely. Subnautica might need to be ranked quite a bit higher than 20, actually. Downward Spiral? That's interesting. Rec Room? Absolutely. In Death? In Death, baby. Yes. Yes. In Death is ranked 17th. Much love for UploadVR. They got one right there. Arizona Sunshine, yeah. Edge of Nowhere, overrated. Edge of Nowhere is not bad. Way too freaking expensive. Same thing with like Chronos. Like Oculus has a lot of these old games that came out like March 2016 that they need to like rethink the pricing on some of these old games. Like they just had like a 50% off deal. I don't know if it was Edge of Nowhere or it was Chronos. And when I looked at the 50% off price, I was like, that should be the regular price. And then it should be 50% off of that. Like your game has been out for like 2 years already in VR. It's time to like drop the price now and let other people participate. Okay, scrolling down, Pavlov. Yeah, I'm good with that. The Exorcist Legion VR. Really? That is a very, very, very high ranking for the Exorcist Legion VR. I only played Chapter 1 of this. Only played Chapter 1. I liked it. You know, I'm raised Catholic. Like, I was an altar boy and all that. I'm Italian and Irish. You don't get more Catholic than that, right? So I was raised as a Catholic. I'm not really a practicing Catholic, to be completely honest with you guys. But I'll tell you what, going through that very first Exorcist level, that first one, it did kind of scare the bejesus out of me, because all the devil, Satan stuff, like when you're a little kid and you go through Catholic school, they scare the crap out of you about hell and Satan and all of that. And it worked pretty freaking well on me, but there is no way in hell this game should even sniff the top 25. And look, the developer of this game, Wolf and Wood Interactive, your other game, A Chair in the Room, now that maybe should sniff the top 25, not this one. And just because I'm saying it should never sniff the top 25, I'm not actually throwing shade on it. The Exorcist Legion VR probably should be in the top 100, and there is easily 100 incredible, awesome VR games. And so if you're in the top 100, you're good. You're doing good. So no problems there as far as Wolf and Wood Interactive. From Other Suns, underrated, actually underrated. 12th is probably right around where it belongs. The Lab, well, you know what we do here at VR Game Rankings? We don't qualify the Lab as a singular item. Maybe we should at this point in time. One of the reasons we didn't have the Lab as a singular item, because we thought the Lab will be in the top 5 forever. It'll be in the top 5 forever. It's got Longbow, it's got Zortex 26XX, it's got Robot Repair, it's got all this other crap. It's got, you know, you can do freaking photogrammetry, and you could visit the solar system and the human body, and I mean all of that stuff is in the Lab. It'd be top 5 every day, all day, right? And so we broke it up into individual components and we ranked those. We don't rank the Lab as an all-in-one item, but maybe we should at this point in time, because now there's a lot of games out and it might not always, you know, rank so high. Okay, Gorn. Yeah, I ain't got a problem with Gorn. Moss, no problems with Moss, really. Onward. L.A. Noire? L.A. Noire. Wait a minute. Wait a effing minute here. L.A. Noire on the Oculus list? Okay, wrong. UploadVR, sorry. I don't know if you guys got a pair of 2080 Ti's and your computer is supercharged with extra CPUs and it's water cooled in freaking liquid nitrogen. How are you playing L.A. Noire on your Oculus Rift in a good way? Because I have never played L.A. Noire on the Oculus Rift in a good way. I know of people on the HTC Vive that have played it in a good way, but nobody on the Oculus Rift. I've never had a really solid, well-running computer, but this does not belong that high on an Oculus list unless this game has been patched and it works way the hell better than anybody ever knew. But yeah, Kev Gretz says L.A. Noire, now we know they be trolling. We absolutely do. Beat Saber, no problems with that. Hellblade, I think Hellblade, like, I actually believe Hellblade is a bit overrated. I really do, because Hellblade is the game that plays itself. Now, but for a lot of the game, it is kind of the game that plays itself. Like, I don't feel like I'm involved with the game all that much. Now, Phil Yarn, if Phil Yarn jumped into chat right now, I'd be saying, but dude, when you're actually battling the bad guys, like when you're in combat, you're really controlling it. You know, it's kind of like Assassin's Creed, you know, you're kind of controlling and fighting the bad guys. Yeah, that's true. And when you're doing the puzzles, you're doing something, but the rest of the game is like on autopilot. So I do have a little bit of it's more of an experience almost to me than it is a game. I still love it. It's still great. And it still definitely belongs on like everybody's top 50 list. But I would, nah. It should be not. I don't think it's a top 10 game. And where the hell was Pixel Ripped on this list? Like, where was Pixel Ripped? We've got a problem here if you're ranking Hellblade ahead of Pixel Ripped, because I didn't do that. Okay, the gallery episodes 1 and 2. You're cheating. You're cheating, UploadVR. You don't put a pair of games together. No, the gallery, Call of the Starseed. Okay, Call of the Starseed and Heart of the Emberstone, those are completely different games. They stand on their own. They are completely separate experiences. I hate it. God, I hate it when we do these lists and people will be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna rank the entire series." No, you're cheating. Pick a very specific game. Like, people will do this. They'll be like, the Fallout series, the Jak and Daxter series. What, you know, they'll rank like 5 or 6, 7 games together as one entry. No, you're cheating. Now, Heart of the Emberstone, badass. Heart of the Emberstone is a damn fine game. Now, they could have just had Heart of the Emberstone ranked at 4. I wouldn't necessarily have a big problem with that. Do not combine games like this. This is wrong. It violates everything about my OCD mind. It is wrong, wrong, wrong. Skyrim VR, don't have a problem with that. Superhot, don't have a problem with that. Lone Echo, numero uno. Yeah, I don't have a problem with Lone Echo at numero uno either, so it's all good. Lethal Weasel VR. I like Hellblade better than Pixel Ripped. It's okay. All of us are wrong every once in a while. I'm just kidding. No, Hellblade is great. It's a great game, but you don't play it that much. It's kind of running on its own most of the time. I don't know. I guess I'm on an island with that. Every once in a while, I will go on an island, just kind of like Revis. Remember Revis Island? Darrell Revis. Okay, so yeah, we're scrolling through here. Some of the latest stories. A Fisherman's Tale gets cool 360 intro as final release date is confirmed. Oh, this is news. This is like legitimate news, guys. We got a release date for A Fisherman's Tale. Okay, let's see. So this is a 360-degree video that it's kind of like a 360 trailer. So that's cool. I mean, I was talking, and January 22nd is the launch date. Okay, so it is coming on January 22nd. So that's cool. I have not tried this 360 video trailer. I've talked about like trailers and stuff in VR, and wait, Echo VR combined with Lone Echo. No, wait a minute. Did they combine that? Oh, hell no. If they combine that, wait, stop the presses. Hold on a second. We're going to rewind here. You're telling me I missed something? They combined Lone Echo and Echo VR? Oh my God, that is an absolute crime against humanity. Hold on a minute, folks. Let's click back on this. Are we talking about a crime against humanity? Let's scroll down. I guess I didn't notice that. I wasn't paying. I just saw Lone Echo and I walked away from it. Let's scroll down here. Oh my God! No, this is so wrong. Lone Echo and Echo VR. Really? Really? You're going to combine two completely different experiences. Not only two completely different experiences, but really three. 3 completely different experiences. They're combining 3 completely different experiences as one game. Strangle me now. This is so very wrong. Oh my God, I hate this stuff. Okay, who's the editor that did this? Let's scroll back up. Who is responsible for this atrocity? Jamie Feltham. Jamie Feltham, what is going on, bro? Major mistake, bro. Major mistake. Combining different genres together as an individual game. No, that is wrong. That is so wrong. I can't even tell you how wrong that is. Oh my God. Who is that noticed that in chat? That was Hussein X. Hussein X, thanks for looking out. Thanks for looking out for me, bro, because oh my God, that is a travesty beyond travesties. They're combining Echo Combat, Echo Arena, and an incredible single-player game in Lone Echo that needs to stand on its own. It needs to stand on its own. Echo Combat needs to stand on its own. Echo Arena needs to stand on. They all need to stand on their own. They're separate entities. Let them live. Let them breathe. Give them their own respect. Oh, I hate that. Okay. So let's go to Road to VR now because I'm a little bit upset here. I gotta calm my blood pressure situation. Let's go over here to Road to VR. Let's see what these guys are talking about. Okay, Subnautica is now free on Epic Games Store. You only can download it until December 27th. And you know what this, folks, is? This is called artificial scarcity. Artificial scarcity. Artificial, what is the word that I'm looking for? There's a, limited time availability, everybody. Limited time availability. You better sign up for that Epic Game Store right now. You don't want to miss out on Subnautica, do you? Hell no, you don't. This is psychological warfare, ladies and gentlemen. Do not fall for this crap. It is psychological warfare. I love Subnautica as anybody loves Subnautica, but this is psychological warfare. Now, if you decide, if you say, okay, look, I understand this is psychological warfare. I understand that. However, I'm understanding it's psychological warfare, but I'm going to grab it anyway. That's okay, I guess, but just understand what you're doing here. Understand that this is psychological warfare. Okay, it really is. It's psychological warfare. They're trying to get their hooks into you, and they're using this artificial scarcity. They're using this for a limited time. We've got a limited time offer. The clock is ticking. The clock is running down. You've only got so many days left. This is going to be gone, folks. This is limited. You better grab it now. That's what they're doing. It's psychological warfare, folks. I just hope you understand that. As long as you understand that, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, so yeah, that is what's going on over here at Road to VR. Alrighty, let's see. What are we going to do now? Why don't we go ahead and go to the Vive subreddit? It's always there for us, right? It's always there for us, and there's usually some exciting things to talk about. Let me go ahead and give it a nice quick refresh. Okay, solution to the HTC wireless adapter problem on Ryzen. Well, I am joining Team Red in the very near future. I just ordered some RAM the other day from Newegg. However, I did not pay the extra money for the faster shipping. So I'm waiting and waiting and waiting for my RAM to arrive. But when my RAM finally does arrive, I've got the motherboard, I've got the RAM, I've got the CPU. It's going to be a bit of a headache, you know, because I'm basically building two different PCs, and it's going to be kind of complicated, and I'm going to have to do the thermal paste and all of that. But I'm about to be on Team Red pretty soon. So if they have a solution to this HTC wireless adapter problem, that's kind of good news. I don't have a Vive, but I've always thought about trying to grab a used one. So anyway, this is kind of a long story, so I'm not going to get involved in it, but maybe there will be a solution, hopefully, at some point. And then here it is, man, Subnautica. Subnautica, yes, this is what we call psychological warfare. They are using psychological warfare on you. Are you smart enough to avoid that psychological warfare? Are you going to embrace it with open arms? Or are you not even aware of it and you're just going to go do it and you've already signed up and you weren't even aware of it? That's probably the greater percentage of our population, unfortunately. Half-Life VR leaks have been found in Artifact 1.1. Really? You know, this Valve News Network, this VNN, they find everything and everything about everything, and 99.9% of the time, it's a bunch of bullshit that has nothing to do with anything. So they've kind of lost me. This is kind of the boy who cries wolf. Like at first, I was actually clicking on these Valve News Network stories. I was watching them with intensity, you know, and watching them. And I was like, oh, wow, yeah, they found this little code over here. And then they did data mining, and a little bit of data mining found this code here, which mentioned Half-Life to the triple power, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I was kind of into it in the beginning, but you lost me, VNN. Boy who cried wolf. Too many phony stories or too many wishing upon a stars about Half-Life. You lost me. So now I'm ignoring all of it. Am I making a mistake by ignoring all of it? I might be. I might be making a mistake. Oh, Contractors VR, a release trailer. You know what I'll do, guys? Hold on a second here. We've got all the time in the world. I could stream for the next 5 hours. I could be here for 5 hours. We don't have to go nowhere. It might be 1:01 p.m. right now. That don't mean nothing. That doesn't mean a damn thing. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on this Caveman Studio on YouTube. This is in memory of our boy Phil Yarn. I'm going to grab this brand new trailer. I'm not going to spoil it. F that noise. I'm going to pop it into 4K video downloader, and we are about to watch a beautiful brand new trailer. So hold on to your shorts, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on to your butts. Okay, yeah, AMD GPUs can stream to standalone VR headsets. It's meaningless to us, guys, because who in their right mind, seriously, who in their right mind gets an AMD GPU? The only way you get an AMD GPU is if you're a console manufacturer like Xbox and Sony. Then you get AMD GPUs because you can buy them in incredible bulk quantities at very cheap, and you also get your crappy Jaguar CPU to go along with it. That's who gets AMD GPUs, and the occasional myopic red team member. Those are the other people that get AMD GPUs. I'll probably get a lot of hate if anybody, Anthony, kind of negative today. If anybody gets this out into the wide blue waters and the real red team people find any of this, they will lynch my ass for everything that I've said today. And they will hold it against me forever. In fact, I might have somebody in chat that is secretly a red team member and has always been a red team member, but they've stayed secret, and I've just ruined, like they've unsubscribed. They're gone now. Like, they will never forgive my ass for what I said today. Shadow Uprising is now available on Steam as well. Let's check that and see what the price is, actually. Shadow Uprising. So, no, it's not on Steam right now. I'm not seeing a price for this. So, I don't know. Maybe it's coming a little bit later today. Where's the price? I'm not seeing a price. But let's go ahead and look up Contractors. That's for MainFan. It's Contractors, I know. Contractors. Okay, let's look up Contractors, because I don't know what the price of Contractors is, but I believe this is available. Oh, I guess no, it hasn't hit either. So I guess no price for Contractors. Dude, it's 1 p.m. It's 1 p.m. Pacific time. Your game is supposed to come out today. Where's the damn price? Like, why can't we download these games right now? That's a little bit bizarro world, in my opinion. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch back over here to our normal scene where this Anamorphine trailer has been running for the last 45 minutes. And let's go ahead and grab this brand new Contractors trailer. Contractors, yeah, this is how you design a new kitchen. A new kitchen for your house. You've always wanted that brand new kitchen, that incredible new bathroom. Contractors VR. We'll show you how to make that new kitchen and that new bathroom. Oh no, it's a first-person shooter. Okay, maybe not. Let's check out this trailer, guys. Brand new trailer. All right, there it is. Contractors looks pretty damn good. I mean, visually it looks really nice. The gameplay looks pretty good. Animations are pretty good. There is a little bit of, like, you know, you saw that guy run over there and slide, and it was kind of like a scripted animation that kind of happens over and over again. So animations, not sure about that. Visuals definitely look good. Look, a lot of people have ranted and raved about this. Of course, our own Phil Yarn has got up on a pedestal and absolutely ranted and raved about this game. A lot of people have said This game is a difference maker. Like, this game changes the game. Like, this is the best game that we've ever seen in this category, the category of like Pavlov and Onward. And see how he kind of slid, that guy slid the exact same way. But some people have said, you know, this is kind of in the category of Onward and Pavlov and War Dust and Zero Killed and Zero Caliber, you know, and Firewall Zero Hour on PlayStation VR. Like, all of those games, you throw them all into a big bucket. But supposedly this is the one. This is the stunner. Like, this is the dreamer out there. Now, my biggest question, though, about Contractors, this game, about Contractors, I think the name should be better, first of all. I don't know. Contractors doesn't scream to me that it is a war first-person shooter kind of game, man. No, I don't want to get into that. But I don't know. The name isn't the greatest. But one of the worries that I have about this game is everybody that has been on the Discord server and has gotten into games on this, like, of course, this is during beta and everything, but I always hear people talking about, like, waiting to get into games and, like, I wanted to try to play it, but I couldn't get into a game. And I don't know what's going on with all of that. And the thing that I'm wondering, okay, Phil Yarn is here. He is in the building. Phil Yarn has made himself known. But my question is once this game goes live and once you can just buy this game and everybody and their mom can grab this game, is it going to be easy to just get into a game, or am I going to be waiting around for like 25 minutes to get into a game? Do I have to like schedule a start time to get into the game? Like, I'm kind of wondering about that, because a lot of people in the beta, it kind of seems like it's a real crapshoot as to whether or not you're going to get into a game or not. But when this thing goes live, you got to be able to get into a damn game. You know, it can't be a matter of like waiting around forever to get into a game. So I am curious about this. You know, I probably should shoot off an email to Caveman Studio, see if I might be able to get a code for, you know, the final version of this and get in there and play it a bit with you guys. Check this out. Again, these games are not my bag. They really aren't. And they're not my bag not because I don't want to like them. Like, it looks cool. Graphics look cool. Everything looks cool. I like the shotgun. You know, it looks pretty sweet. Like, all of this looks nice. They're not my bag because what happens is I step onto the play field. I take about 4 steps. Bam. I'm sniped. I'm dead. And it's pretty much rinse and repeat. I run out into an open field. I'm dead. You know, I hide over here. I'm hiding in a corner. Boom, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. And I'm dead again. I'm just not good at these games. I suck at these games. Maybe it's a self-fulfilling prophecy because I think I'm going to suck at these games and I suck at them. Just like people think they're going to get motion sick, they feel motion sickness. It might be that I've just always kind of blown at these games. I'm not good at these games. But I would like to see the environments. I'd like to get in there. I'd like to run around and see if it's really this next level thing that everybody's talking about. I definitely would love to check it out. Going back here in the chat, Phil Yarn says Contractors is simply put the next level. It is COD in VR, period, end of story. That is Phil Yarn, and he's sticking to it. Main Fan says, I prefer deathmatch, kill everything. Let's see, Airman929565, don't talk this game up, please. I'll have to get it if you do that. Please don't do that. JPay says, what is the release date for Contractors? Supposedly today. Supposedly today. We just went to the website, though. We didn't see a price, and we didn't see it on there, so I don't know what the deal is with that. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. No problem getting in a game at all. That won't be an issue. That's Stuart Gregerson. Lead designer. No, I don't know. No, Stuart Gregerson. I don't know if he's like in Caveman Studio or anything now. He might be just somebody that has been in the beta. But he's saying there's no problem getting in a game. That's not going to be an issue. Main Fan says the problem with the beta was having to schedule due to low numbers. Okay. Phil Yarn says, I think today. And Main Fan says, so I've never even played it. He's never played it. See, I've never tried to get into the beta or anything because I just thought, and Main Fan says, get good, baby. Jay Pace says, Anthony is scared of spiders and he sucks at first-person shooters. We're learning more about him every day. I've never shied away from this. I've said it in the very beginning. I've always said that I'm not good at shooters. I suck. I get killed in a New York minute. Stuart Gregerson says, this game won't be dead. It's top 3 FPS for sure. I'm against multiplayer only, but this one will be populated. Oh, he's saying he's not really a fan of multiplayer only, but this one is not going to have a problem. Stuart Gregerson says, Dev said that this releases at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, which would be 3 p.m. for us on the West Coast, so it's a couple hours away. Stuart Gregerson, price he believes will be $20. And yes, he's not a dev, but he has been in beta for over a month. Launch day sale is also likely, so probably $18 on launch. Phil Yarn says the lobby is an awesome sandbox as well. Okay, so Contractors, we got a lot of people in our chat that is rooting for this game. They're fans of this game. I'm definitely game to check it out. I'm absolutely game to try this out. I probably should shoot an email over there to K-Man Studio, see if I can get a code, see if I can get in there and try it out. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much going to go ahead and do it for this episode of VR 365. Definitely a shit show extraordinaire. We celebrated the shiitake mushroom in all of its forms, and we succeeded. We've made it through to another end of our show. We've been going for an hour and 10 minutes. It's been a minute. All right, folks, so that is going to do it for our episode today. Now, remember, Let's Plays are going to start to come to the channel, so look for those. We already have an Astrobot Let's Play. One of the things I got to say about this Astrobot Let's Play is I was sitting here, I had this microphone swinged over, but the thing is, when you're playing PSVR, especially when you're playing Astrobot, you're like moving your head this way, moving your head that way, you're kind of leaning this way, you know, you're looking around a corner, leaning, you're moving back, and I had, okay, so now it's going to be 6 p.m. Pacific time for the release, technical issues, but what I was going to say is I had my microphone in one spot while I was doing my Astrobot Let's Play, and that is not ideal. What I need is, I need a little clip-on lavalier kind of a microphone for my PSVR Let's Plays. And the reason why is I'm trying to get my audio and the game's audio on a separate track so I could try to make the Let's Play better. So every once in a while I can mute myself, I can maybe turn up the game track, or I can turn down the game track a little bit, turn my voice up a little bit. I can play around like that. And if I have my voice on a separate track, it works out that way. So what I'm trying to tell you guys here is I don't have my situation completely dialed in. So these early Let's Plays are going to be a bit janktacular. The audio is not going to be perfect. The video isn't going to be that great. But you know what? I'm going to continue to bang away at it. That's what I like to do. Bang, 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 and bang some more. I will bang away at these things. I will get better at them over time. And it is just new content to add to the channel. So what do you do when you have a new channel that is adding content like this in such an amazing way? You know what you do? You subscribe to the channel, baby. You tickle that like button very gently, or you smash that like button. Smash it, smash it, smash it. You smash the like button, you tickle it, you do all those kinds of things because I continue to bang away, ladies and gentlemen. It's a bang fest here at VR 365. All right, that's going to do it. I am out of here. I got to get going, folks. Got to eat some lunch, actually. Kind of starved. We did start an hour later, hungry as can be. But guess what? Tomorrow our episode is going to start at the same time, 12 noon. We started an hour later today. Tomorrow will be 12 noon. I will see everybody then. Have a wonderful day. Play some Borderlands 2 VR. It's not as bad as everybody thought it was. Is there a little bit of Vaseline? Yeah, but it's not too bad. So play some Borderlands 2 VR, or maybe wait a little bit. Play some Contractors. Alrighty, I will see everybody tomorrow. Take it easy. Later.